So I'm actually here to tell you today that I have a secret. This is a secret I haven't told anyone before. This secret has weighed heavily on my heart my entire life. So you might be asking, what is this secret? As you would ask a child, what would you like to be when you grow up? As a child, I would have said love, but that's not my secret. So let me start by telling you a story. This is a story about a person with no name, and this no-name person is so ordinary, so common, so normal, that you wouldn't even recognize them if they were sitting right next to you, right now. And you might also wonder, could I be this person? I mean, I certainly could be this person. I've taken the New York City subway so many times, been surrounded by a sea of nameless faces, that I too have become a nameless face. So yes, I could be this no-name ordinary person, or at least a name that anyone would recognize. So you see, I spent an earlier part of my life trying to destroy this no-name ordinary person, this person that I often saw when I looked in the mirror. So I decided that I was going to build a name for myself. I was going to erect a tower so high in the sky where I could put my name in lights at the big city. I moved to New York to become a model. Instead, I became a live-in boyfriend. I studied dance. I tried acting. I was a waiter, a barista, a dishwasher. I went back to school. I studied healing arts. I got a license. I traveled. I got a good paying job. I went back to school to start a practice. I got another job just in case. Went back to school. As you can see, I had goals, I had dreams, I had accomplishments, and none of this that I used to build this tower with. Because when I stood on top of that tower and looked down at the world below me, all I saw was an insignificant, meaningless speck. I felt alone, lost, forgotten, and I still had no name. So from this despair, I fell. I pulled that tower down on top of myself, buried in shame, grief, disappointment, failure, depression. And underneath all of that rubble, I found a meditation cushion. And having exhausted all of my options, I decided to sit there as a no-name person. Legs crossed, spine straight, shoulders relaxed, eyes softened, one breath in, one breath out. 2, breathing in, breathing out. 3, breathing in, breathing out. No one the same, everyone different. You know, we all have this inside of us until we don't. That final expiration date. It's a little concerning to think about that day, that last breath. So what if death was a person with no name? What if death was just an unfortunate soul born into birth as an ordinary person with no name, and all we knew about death were 3 things. That one day, death would be called by a name. 2, uncertain when that day would arrive. And 3, the truth in this name would set them free from ever having to have a name ever again. Does that sound ordinary to you? It doesn't to me. So in the simple act of meditating, this ordinary practice of just sitting and observing the breath, I unlocked a gateway to something exceptional, a miracle. So I'm ready to tell you my secret. And the secret is that I am not an ordinary person with no name. I am extraordinary, and we are all extraordinary, even those of us who have no name.